Pete loves talking about NIL, which is name, image, and likeness, NIL. And it's men and women. In fact, one of the highest paid athletes was a female gymnast down at LSU. She still might be, Pete.
Pretty attractive, too, I got to say. I mean, I'm not trying to whatever, but I mean, that doesn't hurt either, John.
No. Livvy Dunne, is it, Pete, or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at some of the 15 highest paid NIL athletes in college football.
These are the college football players with the highest NIL value heading into the season, ranked from 15 to 1. Number 15 is Ohio State safety Caleb Downs at $2.4 million. Number 14 is TCU quarterback Josh Hoover, also at $2.4 million. Number 13 is Alabama wide receiver Ryan Williams at $2.7 million. Number 12 is Oklahoma quarterback John Mateer, also at $2.7 million. Number 11 is Duke quarterback Darian Mensah at $2.8 million. Number 10 is Michigan quarterback Bryce Underwood at $3 million. Number 9 is Arizona State quarterback Sam Leavitt at $3.1 million. Number 8 is Penn State quarterback Drew Aller, also at $3.1 million. Number 7 is Clemson quarterback Cade Klubnik at $3.4 million. Number 6 is Florida quarterback DJ Legway at $3.7 million. Number 5 is South Carolina quarterback Lenoris Sellers at $3.7 million. Number 4 is LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier at $3.8 million. Number 3 is Ohio State wide receiver Jeremiah Smith at $4.2 million. Number 2 is Miami quarterback Carson Beck at $4.3 million. And number 1 is Texas quarterback Arch Manning at $6.8 million.
It makes you wonder, John, what did some of the older Manning, the uncles, what were they getting paid rookie year? I just wonder, because, and this isn't even rookie year. This is college football NIL year. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing.
He's going to take a pay cut next year, Pete, if he comes out. He will. He will come out.
Well, especially if things go well. I don't know what he cares one way or not, or of something that we're going to talk about too, which is called the Heisman Trophy. But let's just jump into some college football, John, right out of the gate. And I want to go, before we get to the Heisman stuff, I wanted to go here. So usually in college football, you and I both know this. You start off your season with what we like to call preseason games. They're not, they count, but, University of Minnesota might play South Dakota, who's a good damn football team, by the way. But, maybe it's Ball State, somebody a little bit lower down the chain. They get paid. They come in. You hopefully beat the snot out of them, and then everybody's excited. All the alumni walk away. Hey, we're 1-0. Hey, we're 2-0. Hey, we're 3-0. Well, you haven't played anybody yet. That's not happening this year for a lot of these schools, John. This is what I like, what I'm seeing. So, week 1, here's the big 3. Texas, Ohio State, at Ohio State. That's as big as it gets. Number 1, number 2. Number 1 is getting points. That's interesting. And then you've got LSU at Clemson. And then you got Notre Dame at Miami. That's not a bad first week. These guys aren't playing the little sisters of the poor. These guys are playing each other, and that's the way it should be, really. Let's be honest. I mean, big boys against big boys. Take them out, man, and do it. Michigan, Oklahoma, week 2. Baylor at SMU, week 2. Iowa at Iowa State. Now, I know that people look past those schools sometimes. Don't do it. Iowa State's a damn good football team, and I think one of the best coaches in the entire country is the coach there. And Iowa's Iowa. They're always there every year. They always have a defense. But this year might be the first year in a long time, John, they've got an actual quarterback. Because one thing that Iowa's not been very good at is recruiting quarterbacks. Because they don't care. They got a big offensive line. They always have a good running back, some tight ends. They don't even need the quarterback to throw the ball. That's not what they do, which is part of the problem if they fall behind. So that's a bit of an issue. Georgia at Tennessee, Texas A&M at Notre Dame, Florida at LSU. That's week 3. These are damn good games, and I think it's about time that teams started doing this. Let's play it out, man. I mean, they play 17 games in the NFL. I think you can play some of your games against real competition and see where you really line up, right? So that's what I'm seeing. It's not a rant. I'm not going on a rant. I love it. I just think this is great for college football that they kick it off with real games. What do you think about this? If you were a head coach, Would you rather beat it up on the little sisters, or would you rather go one-on-one against somebody that you don't really face very often?
Well, since they all want to make it to the college football playoffs, Pete,
Yeah.
You can't just play the little sisters of the poor anymore. You can do it, but you're really risking because then if you because it makes a difference, folks. I know all of you who really follow college football know this, but everybody you beat, then you want to root for them to win the rest of their games.
Yeah.
Because that pads your scores and so forth. You beat a bad team and they lose to everybody else, that doesn't help you. And I think the real winner here, Pete, are A, fans, and B, the networks. Because what would you rather have? Would you rather have Notre Dame playing Ball State, or would you rather have Notre Dame Miami?
Yeah.
I think we all know which one's going to get the ratings. And we're talking about ratings that put the NBA to shame, ratings that you could take the NBA, Major League Baseball, and NHL, and they'll all be less than that game. But can you imagine the Ohio State-Texas game? And by the way, Pete, I'll throw out one more thing. I don't think that NIL that we just saw, the 15 highest paid from 15th to Arch Manning, I don't think they had any Texas wide receivers on that list. But there's going to be a few who might be up for the Heisman if Arch Manning is throwing as many touchdowns as I think he might throw if he stays healthy. So think about that, because this guy's got a rocket arm. He's got the team, and he's got the coach that's very creative with the offense and makes sure that, you know, that the patterns they run open it up for somebody on the other side.
Well, I can tell you firsthand, I was drafting guys yesterday in a college football thing that I'm in, John, one of these different deals that are out there. And I'll tell you what, they're almost all freshmen, because those receivers are so good at LSU and so good at Texas and so good at A&M and some of these schools. They're not there very long before they decide, hey, I'm going to jump into the NFL and start this whole thing off. So it's amazing. And they just load them up with new freshmen all the time. It's absolutely incredible what they're able to do. But the talent in college football, especially at the University of Texas right now, with the facilities they've got, John, because you've showed me some of the videos over time, the inside the stadium and everything else, and the vehicles that they get to drive. You know, this guy's got this thing, this guy's got that thing, Testarossa, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. But it's cool, and I'm happy for the guys because, hey, if Texas has that kind of money and it's okay to do it, it's okay to do it. They just used to do it, you know, behind closed doors in the past.
Under the table.
All right, next up, something that we were talking about a second ago, but Heisman Trophy. It's way too early, but they still have odds on it, of course. And here's what some of the odds look like, John. I'm not going to give the actual odds, but who's number one? Arch Manning, of course. But you know what? It'll be interesting to see because, you know, last year he got an opportunity to play. He did pretty well. And I think he's as good as everybody thinks he is. And if he's got the players that they always have at Texas, including one of the best defenses in all of college football this year, I think he's going to do pretty well. You've got him. You've got the kid down at LSU, who's another one that everybody loves. You've got Klubnik from Clemson, who you and I both have talked about before. This kid is kind of an unknown because Clemson kind of was under the weeds last year. People weren't really paying attention to them. They were a damn good football team, but I think they'll be even better this year. And I still respect the coach because he doesn't like the portal. He says, I want to coach guys. I want to coach a guy as a freshman, so when he's a sophomore, he's a little bit better. Junior year, he's even better. And senior year, this guy's great, right? And that's what Dabo Swinney wants to do there. And so far, people kind of wanted to maybe get him fired, John, but I don't think they do anymore because these guys, if they play as well as what they're supposed to be, this is probably a top 5 team, if not maybe close to a number 1 team this year, I think. So I got my one pick, though, and you were kind of snickering because I know why, but Lenora Sellers. Now here, I watched this kid last year. First of all, Beamer, the famous Beamer from Virginia Tech, this is his son. He's the head coach down there. He's making his own path at South Carolina. John, this kid Sellers is 6'4", 230 pounds. He's as nimble and as good on his feet as a wide receiver at 6'3", 240 pounds. Not so bad. He also has a build like a linebacker. And here's where his numbers were last year. He had 65%, 18 touchdowns, 2,500 yards. That wasn't very impressive because he had some interceptions. But he also ran for 7 touchdowns and about 700 yards running the football. That was basically his first year. So now what does he look like this year with a South Carolina team that's probably a hell of a lot better this year than they were last year? This kid's one of those guys that I think could start chopping wood and get himself up there and potentially be a guy who's sitting there in the room with the top 3 guys going for the Heisman. So that's my look. Do you got you probably have somebody else you like, or who do you think is going to fit it? Is it Arch Manning? Is it almost like, here you go, Arch?
Yep, it is. Okay. It's Arch Manning's to lose.
Yeah.
But the wide receiver from Ohio State, Pete, that's a program that has put out great wide receivers.
Yep.
And number 1 picks at wide receiver, and occasionally some very high running for Heisman Award accolades at wide receiver. That happens a lot there. And many of them have also been punt returners or kick returners and so forth. So I like that. I am anxious to see the kid that transferred to UCLA, Pete, because that kid, his dad talked him into telling, the school that he was playing at, nope, we need $4 million, we need $5 million or whatever. And then the coach just said, oh yeah, well, go find it. And he didn't. And he ended up downgrading his son to, I think, $1 million, $1.5 million. He was getting like 3, but that wasn't good enough. He wanted 4 or 5, and they rolled the dice and got 1.
They did the same thing with his brother. Holy crap. Unreal.
Yeah, with a family like that, you don't need enemies. But I'm anxious to see if that kid actually has the goods at UCLA, or if everybody was right. No, he's just okay. We're not paying him that in NIL to come here, because basically he had to knock on UCLA's door, Pete. Nobody was coming after him when he declared into the portal. It wasn't like, it's everybody wrestling for who can get this kid. No, it's kind of like, so I'm anxious to see how he ends up playing out.
Yeah.
Well, great sports again, Pete. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Folks, we appreciate all of you tuning in. We will be back tomorrow with another Rebels Edge. And also, Pete and I will be on with Oliver Rennick's new show. Oliver Rennick, of course, formerly of Schwab Television, has his own program now. And Pete and I are going to be on show numero uno with Oliver. So we're really looking forward to that. So until tomorrow at 1 for this show, and then we'll let you know about Oliver's show. We hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.